Welcome in to another edition of our Kentucky NBA 2K25 journey to perfection. The Cats are 23-0. They beat every single team in the Eastern Conference in a shortened, abbreviated NBA season where they played every single team in the Eastern Conference. So they played 15 games. They went 15-0. Then you can see on the screen here they swept the Atlanta Hawks. Then they swept the Boston Celtics. And now they will take on the New York Knicks, who swept both of their playoff opponents as well. We'll get started with Game 1. We're going to try to get through it all here in the next couple of hours. So if the Knicks do win a game and ruin our perfect season, we may end up finishing this tomorrow morning. Let's go ahead and let's see where that would have been. Wouldn't that be terrible if I'd accidentally hit simulate playoffs? That would have been terrible. All right. All right, we're going to go and simulate the other two games, or the other two rounds in the West. And as you see there, going 7 games, Golden State, the 8 seed, has made it to the Western Conference Finals, and then Phoenix Suns, the 3 seed. So Kentucky and New York. Game 1 in Rupp Arena. I've been enjoying getting in the chat with you guys and talking just Kentucky basketball just in general. You know, Tyler Hero's really been playing well. I'm going to edit. I don't play these games, by the way. These are simulations. I've always wondered, well, for the last decade or so, what would an all Kentucky team, what would that look like? How good would they do? I've said they probably don't lose a game. Like they might win 78 games now. Especially SGA is one of the best players in the league, maybe the best. I mean, that's what he is at least the most valuable. So there you go. I'm going to switch Tyler Hero. He's been playing really well, so I'm going to have him start. That's all I can really do, change up starting lineups. Let's see, and we'll get this going. All right, let me take my name off of there. Yeah, I know, and I still never got the gamer tag for the person who made all this because they did a hell of a job. Oh, yeah, I forgot. This Knicks team is stacked. That's right. See, they did a bunch of trades, and then I had to trade for Kentucky players. So this New York Knicks team's actually, they're pretty good. Again, let's get my... What are we doing? You don't need to see my name. There we go. This is a great matchup because, this New York Knicks team is solid. Davis, mismatch, knocks it down. Next dead ball, I'm switching that camera. Kentucky, as we said, undefeated, 15-0 regular season. 8-0 in the playoffs, but the Knicks also 8-0 in the playoffs. Is that going to be a shooting foul? All right. Switch this camera up. I hate that. Why can't it just start on this angle? Kentucky blew out the Hawks in game 1, and then the next 3 games were pretty close. And then last night against the Celtics, the first 2 games were very close, actually. Kentucky trailed in the fourth quarter in both games, and then cruised for games 3 and 4. Actually, in game 1, I forgot, there was a buzzer beater from Devin Booker. The game was tied with about 13 seconds left. Or no, actually, I think it might have been Shea. It was Shea Gilgeous-Alexander had the game winner in game 1. Booker had a game winner earlier in the season. Hero makes the first free throw. Kentucky leads 6-2. I am curious when we see Julius Randle come into this game. He did not play very much in the regular season, and then towards the end, the last 2 games. Let's go. I know I'm taking this very serious. I want him to go undefeated. And that's not good. That is a Bridges 3. It's 6-5. During COVID, Reddit using College Hoops 2K8 put on a tournament, and I still had to work, so I was at work watching it with some people, and Vermont hit a 3 to beat Louisville at the buzzer, and I jumped up and felt something that resembled human emotion. So thank you, Reddit, for giving us a tournament. Kentucky made it to the Elite 8, and they lost. I can't remember who they lost to. Iowa or something stupid. No, it was BYU. That's funny. They were beaten by Mark Pope's BYU team in the College Hoops 2K8 2020 tournament. As far as I'm concerned, those are the official results. They did a one shining moment also when it was over, and still on YouTube. You can find it. It's really cool, and in a way, it kind of like when they played the music and they showed the montage, like I got kind of sad, and just what we didn't get to experience. Anyway, no more talk of COVID. Steven, who are you most excited for out of our freshmen and transfers? Okay, I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna do a freshman and a transfer. I think that the transfer has to be JQ. But the way he's talking, like the way he answered that question on who are you most excited to play, he said Louisville. Well, they play Louisville on what, November 11th? So if he's excited to play against Louisville, if Jaden Quinn is excited to play against Louisville, then doesn't that mean he thinks he's going to play in the game? So that would be huge. And has a big 3 from New York. That would be huge, and that would alleviate a lot of doubts. And then if he's playing, like, he's got to be the guy we're most excited about. I mean, he is a true, like, lottery pick, and it's the first one under Mark Pope that we've had. So, but speaking of lottery picks, the most excited, I'd say the freshman I'm most excited about is Jasper Johnson, and I just feel like people just, I don't know. I think they're like sleeping on this kid. He may not. It may not be. We may not see how good he really is his freshman year. That's possible. I do see a world where he's not a dominant freshman. But I also see a world where he averages 15 points a game, and you can't keep him off the floor, and he goes top 15 in the draft. Definitely see a world where Jasper Johnson can have that happen because he's such a good scorer, and he's going to get a lot of good looks. I don't know that he'll even start ever, but he might be somebody who finishes the game. PJ Washington is in. What is going on? I mean, I love PJ, but he hasn't played all postseason, and now they're in the toughest series, and they're like, let's just throw some guys in, see what happens. Jamal Murray, pull up, no good. Wembanyama, God, I'm going to butcher his name the entire series. We're just going to say Wemby, all right? New York's going to get the last shot to close out the first quarter. One of the lowest scoring first quarters. Jumper good, 0.2. That'll end the first quarter. New York leads 11-10. That wasn't Cameron Payne, was it? Who hit that shot? The former Murray State point guard? Well, Kentucky playing from behind in the first quarter here in game 1. This is a really good Knicks team. There were some trades made. De'Aaron Fox in the game. De'Aaron, what? So the lineups are interesting right now. I don't know if it's because I had Tyler Hero starting. I just switched all and it just messed everything up. But the Knicks now have their largest lead at 13-10. Fox brings it across the midcourt stripe. Gets it over to Maxey. There's Cameron Payne right there. So that wasn't the same guy. Maxey. Oh, Maxey's back from an injury. Yes, and if you haven't seen them on our YouTube channel, be sure to check those out. These, how do I don't know how to say this and it not sound like I don't know how to say this and make it where it sounds like I'm not like hating on former players. That's not what it's not. Maybe the comparison's not fair, but I just got a feeling that, and it wasn't everybody that acted this way, but it did feel like there was here's what it felt like. I'll just be candid. It felt like there was locker room talk of F the media, basically. That it was like they're against us too, because things kind of soured with Cal, and I don't even mean KSR, I mean like the entire media. And so that's absent right now. And that stuff like matters because the media is the media. Like whatever, you don't have to like the media members. You don't. But what we do is stuff like this where Holly sees the interviews as a fan, as a diehard Kentucky fan, because we're covering this and we're asking the questions, and these guys they're very, very likable. And there isn't this hostility. They can kind of joke with us because there isn't this, they're out to get me, which I really, really feel like that was the message being put forward by probably the coaching staff, I feel like. I mean, absolutely. Absolutely. Matt G, I'm sure the players felt some way about the media criticizing the coach. Come on, Booker, hit that. Dang. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But it was happening like summer interviews. And that stuff just, it's like you don't have to it's not I don't really care if, nobody that I work with cares if coaches like them. They just need to have them as sources. So you can't go out and intentionally piss them off, but they're not trying to be friends. We're not trying to be friends with the players. We just need them to talk to us and give us good enough answers so we can write stories about them. And it's been a lot easier. What the hell was that? Who shot that? Was that Bam? No? We're in the playoffs and Bam's going to start shooting threes? What are we doing? 100%, Matt. Absolutely. But what I'm saying is that maybe I'm wrong. I just felt like there was a sort of that it even sort of spilled over to fans, that it became like the locker room was kind of like, screw everybody. Let's go win for us. Which I don't care. Just win. At the end of the day, just win games. And I don't care. You can be so good in interviews, but if you keep losing, that's not going to do anything. But it does. I don't say it doesn't do anything. It alleviates some of it. It is Tyler Hero. Hit that. Come on. There we go. Cats up by 3. I'm telling you, this Knicks series is going to be tough. This team's, there's a reason that they also went undefeated, and they are also 8-0 in the playoffs. That's what I should say. But just go back to what this team is doing. It's hard not to like these guys. Like, I felt bad for DJ Wagner in the locker room after the Oakland game. And I kind of felt, not, I don't know if bad for Dillingham, but I kind of like empathized with, it's like, I can't, like, just the embarrassment. Like, dang, dude, like, you kind of trusted Kentucky. You can't, another three from, was that Booker or Hero? 22-18 Kentucky, back-to-back triples. I felt bad for those guys, but man, I wasn't, it's not, I didn't lose a game, but I could feel the emotions with Kobe Brea and with Ansley Almanor. And this meant something to them, like playing at Kentucky. And it's, as I've said, the reason playing at Kentucky matters to them, like they only know Calipari as Kentucky's coach. So it's because of the players the reason Kentucky's their dream school is because of Calipari putting all those players in the NBA and winning a bunch of games here, because that's how they know Kentucky. They know it through Calipari. They know that that Kentucky players go to the NBA. Therefore, if I'm at Kentucky, I'm doing something right. Oh, man, that's a tough foul call. Come on now. You don't get the whistle in this building as a Kentucky player. Yeah, and that was the thing. Mark Pope, I mean, I can't tell you like how different it is. And how, I mean, everyone around the team, like they're smiling. They weren't smiling like, a year and a half ago. Kentucky with the last shot to close out the second half. The Knicks made one at the end of the first quarter. Pull up on the way, no good. Tipped around by Davis. The Knicks come away with it, and that will end the first half with Kentucky hanging on to a narrow 2-point lead, but they were trailing at the end of the first quarter. They'll take a 2-point lead into the locker room. Let's see. Pope is the people's champ. Man, he has. Is he going to wear himself out? He is so energized for this, and that's probably why. Like Cal was like that. Cal came in with that but it's like. If you have your dream job, by year 10, are you still like waking up like, oh my gosh, like this is awesome. I don't know if you can keep that up. Eventually it doesn't feel like that anymore. 100%. 100%. I worked for Louisville City FC, the soccer team here in Louisville, and the guy who's the president now, he was their first head coach, and he had all the players do personality test. So he knew to get he knew to get leaders, but he also needed followers because you can't have 11 leaders on the field. So he made sure to find that perfect mix of personalities that people could room together. He knew to put the right. I mean, so there was just cohesion on the team. They probably get because if you remember, I mean that was the biggest problem. I mean, if you remember the Gonzaga game, it was just feed the post for Gonzaga, and we just couldn't stop it. Trey Mitchell was out. Aaron Bradshaw couldn't defend them down low, and that was absolutely that. Not having a big that year, a true. I mean, I loved Onyenso, and Onyenso has one of the most interesting stat lines I've ever heard of. I think he played 30 minutes against Tennessee in the last game of the regular season, and he didn't take a shot. Didn't take a shot. And we won that game. I mean, really, it made me think, like, yeah, why does everybody have to shoot? I mean, shouldn't guys just be out there to rebound, set screens, and, like, why do we have to share shooting? Somebody just the assist guy. We have 3 guys who shoot. Everyone else only shoot for putbacks or if you're wide open. Ooh, Wemby with a big 3 cuts the Kentucky lead in half. See, isn't that, like, I've always thought the Calipari's trying to do him a favor, or he promised him starting spots or whatever, or maybe it looks bad if he loses the starting spot, but aren't you doing him a disservice by starting him all the time? And then people wondering, but why is he starting? I mean, Reed and Rob, and New York cuts it to 1. Reed and Rob were, 2 of the best players in college basketball that year, and they're coming off the bench. I mean, isn't that doing DJ like? What if we got DJ coming in as a spark plug at the under 13, 7 minutes into the game, something like that. Cats lead by 3, 2:23. Points are at a premium in this one. Just thrown away. Booker going the other way, just all the way, dunk it. Okay, what? Why slow up? Brunson, you got him across the arm, bro. I don't even know what you could be arguing about. All right, 29-25, Kentucky. Back-to-back years with who was it? Who was the – oh, right. We wanted Cason Wallace to start at the point guard position, and then – and it's not about starting. I don't even care who starts, but it's like, why were these guys playing like the most minutes? And then also, why were they starting? Because the thing is, the other team starts their best 5, right? So their best 5, completely fresh, are now playing against not your best 5. Damn, that's a big N1. Booker, it's his second personal. Quade started over Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. That we knew pretty early that and I think Shea did end up getting the starting spot, but we knew pretty early on, like, hang on, I think Shea, because I remember John Morant was a freshman that year at Murray State, and I was watching a lot of their games, and I was like, man, Ja and this Shea kid are just the exact same player. Speaking of SGA, big bucket there to push the lead to 4. Yeah, Cason was playing the 2, and it's like everybody puts their best shooting guard at the 2. Cason's not our best shooting guard. Actually, I don't know who was it that year. CJ, who had broken ribs and stuff. Yeah, Dillingham got frustrated that year because he would get what he thought was like, I'm on a heater. He did a couple shots in a row or 2 out of 3 possessions, and then he would come out. Now, Pope might end up doing the same thing because he's got this sort of he's got this rotation down to a science. He feels like, damn, that's a tough finish from Brunson with the right hand too. We're tied at 32. I'm telling you, this is going to be a tough series. Playing them, having to try to beat them 4 in a row I just don't know. I don't know if Kentucky can go undefeated now. Let's get all our gripes out. First free throw, good. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, the backup point guard at Kentucky to Quade Green for too many games, gives Kentucky back the lead, 34-32. At the end of the third quarter, Kentucky will get the last shot. Matt, I want to talk about this in a second. 3 for the lead is good. New York take the lead. This is what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know if they can beat this New York team 4 times. 8 seconds to play in the third quarter. Kentucky holding for the last shot. SGA gets a screen from Davis. Goes right. Pull up. Long 2. Good! SGA gives Kentucky a 1-point lead. That shot shouldn't even count. Going into the fourth quarter, Kentucky 36, New York 35. SGA single-handedly keeping the Cats in this one. We're 5 minutes away from Kentucky improving to 24-0, but this Knicks team worried me when Kentucky first played them in the regular season. Having to beat this team 5 times is going to be tough. De'Aaron Fox into the game, as is Adebayo, Tyler Hero, Devin Booker, and Julius Randle. Is that his first appearance? Pull up from Fox. No good. Rebound to Wemby. I literally could not believe what was happening when I was there when I was at this press conference. There you go, De'Aaron. I thought that he was mostly doing it because who was it that was in the room? Who was it? There was somebody in the room that he didn't like. Jeff Goodman. Duh. There was somebody else there though too, I think. There's Cameron Payne, the former Murray State Racer. And he gives that. What was it? He's like, looks like who decided it? Or something like, what was it? Sorry, I'm also focused on this game too. It might have been there. He did say something that I had kept saying like on social media, or I kept saying on Twitter. That was like on a few of our like Zoom action, floppy action shows where we like break down the film, and I was like, just go zone, like just do it, so that I can just to shut everyone up, basically. And Cal's line was, "Did you see I went zone?" And he kind of looked in my direction. He's like, I said, let's just try it. We've got 6 stops in a row, coach. Let's just try it. You want to try it? Let's try it. And you know why it worked? Because we don't know what the hell we're doing. So how can you prepare for it when we don't even know? Just an all-time, like, this is crazy, man. Like, can we just enjoy the win? Can we, like, I've never seen such sore winning in my life. And I don't even care. Like, I was loving it. I was like, I don't even care if he's doing this because Jack and I are here, or if he's doing this because he knows Matt's listening, like, or Jeff Goodman. I don't care. I just was so pumped that they won that game because I didn't think they were going to, because Auburn was rolling before then. He said this. Okay, now I remember. It wasn't necessarily that. It was like, you thought we were gonna lose. And he said, we're gonna make this out to be. And he stopped himself. Or he's just being a little hyperbolic, but he also was what he left out there was, you're gonna make this out to be, I should be fired. He was really hung up on that year, and I guess there's just. There had been, I don't know if there couldn't have been conversations. We couldn't afford his buyout. He was there as long as he wanted to be there. I think he understood the finances behind all that. But he was really hung up on that year. And, of course, I was at his house with the Buy the Island thing, and it was a weird time. Because that guy was like early, 2010 to 20, even like 19, Calipari was like, I mean, he was my favorite sports figure. That guy brought so much joy to this state, to this fan base. So to my personal friends, family, myself, it was weird having understood that it's like, all right, this guy that I really admire for his, recruiting and basketball, like everything, for being the CEO of a basketball team. Oh boy, this game, by the way, Kentucky's in trouble. Pull up for the lead, no good. Rebound, SGA, and he's flying up the court. Gets it to Booker on the right wing. Booker drives left. Free throw line jumper. Rolls in. 42-39. Kentucky. Brunson brings it across. Drives right. Tyler Hero went for the steal and got called for a foul. Also, is that the bonus? Are they in the bonus? No. How many fouls we got? The next one, I guess. Brunson drives, tries to go up on Towns. It's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Knicks. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Break the defense. Homeboy, I can't be stopped. All right, we don't need all that. Out to Brunson. 3 seconds, 2. Brunson throws it up with his right. Swatted by SGA, and Shea comes away with it. Gets it ahead to Hero. Don't have to. You don't have to do this. Pass the ball, Tyler. He's dribbling it out of bounds. I don't know how it's not called. Out to Booker. A bucket here would be huge. Booker open 3. No good. Man, that would have been big. Roof would have came off Rupp Arena. Wembanyama guarded by Karl Anthony Towns. Now it's Brunson. He drives left. Flips it up with his right hand. It's no good. Davis flies in for the rebound. He gets it ahead to Booker. Hold. What are you doing? Booker forces a shot for absolutely no freaking reason at all. And the Knicks can tie it with a 3. Brunson, ball fake. Backs up, now drives left, flips it up off the glass. No good. Rebound, Towns. He gets it to Davis. Davis is fouled. I believe they'll have to foul him one more time. Get the ball to Shea. Let him hit some free throws. And let's ice this game. And let's improve it. Get the ball in bounds. What are you doing? Shea is fouled by Wembanyama. That's his, I think it's first or second, team's third. Shea's first free throw is good. That's big. 2-possession game here in game 1. Shea, second free throw, also good. Timeout, New York. They'll need to score and score quickly. And they'll need Kentucky to miss free throws down the stretch. A lot of things have to happen, but crazier things have happened before. Wembanyama going to try to force it. He's going to force it. He's running a lot of clock. Out to Brunson, ball fake. He lets it go. No good. Rebound, Davis. And that will do it. Kentucky improves to 24-0, but more importantly, they take the series lead here in the Eastern Conference Finals 1-0. We'll get set for game 2 here in just a moment. Player of the game, SGA, it had to be. What do you get? 12 points in 16 minutes. Tyler Hero was 2 for 2 from 3. Those are only 2 3-point makes. Man, this is Calipari basketball. That's nuts. What'd they shoot? 6 threes, 2 of 6. That's crazy. All right. Kentucky with the, but all these games are going to be close. The Warriors, the 8 seed, have a 1-0 lead. and we'll get you set for game 2. Here we go.
Pass to Hero. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Baseline jumper right on the money.
You love how fast Shai Gilgeous-Alexander gets into that shooting motion. As soon as it touches his hands, it is ready to go.
Now here's Bridges. And an Obi for 3. Hits the trifecta.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Brunson against Gilgeous-Alexander. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. New York has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Outside Hart. Pass to Brunson. Booker against Bridges. Davis with a rebound. Gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. And there's Hero on the assist by Davis.
You're busting his way inside. Hero making sure he kept moving toward the hoop.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
That's a good timeout. They just can't hit anything.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
Jamal Murray is checked in for Hero. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Robinson's checked in. Brunson against Gilgeous-Alexander. Brunson surveys. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. New York again can't hit.
Well, tremendous defensive effort on the interior. That's the kind of contest you want.
Outside Booker. Pass to Murray. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Davis. Brunson defending. Outside for Booker. Shoots over Hart. Booker, good.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Wembanyama. Bridges outside. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
Yeah, crafty move by Mikal Bridges off the pick. Just gets into some space and makes the shot.
Davis finds Gilgeous-Alexander from 10 feet away. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got his 4th assist in this one. Brunson passes to Robinson. Now Bridges. Another one falls for New York.
Well, good position, feet set. Bridges totally ready to get the shot off in catch-and-shoot situations. Nicely done.
Hard against Booker. The baseline J is on the way. Gilgeous-Alexander no good. The Knicks have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. And Davis with the block.
No chance. Davis just too much to handle on the defensive side.
Pass to Adebayo. Adebayo is doubled. Davis a screen. Here's Booker. And it's New York with a rebound.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Yeah, this is the elevated energy level you expect in the postseason. Chasing down blocks and making an impact.
And Fox has got the ball here for the Wildcats. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Precious Achiuwa picks one up. These are his first free throws of the game.
For 2, De'Aaron Fox.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Fox. Just 4 seconds left now in the first quarter. Wembanyama from deep three-point land. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Up by 3. And let's get you back to the action as game 2 is getting underway. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
So on the floor for the Knicks, Miles McBride is out there with Cameron Payne. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Achiuwa in at the 3 spot. Just 5 on the clock. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Anthony Davis.
When Wembanyama has the ball in there, I mean, it's often a bucket, a foul, or both.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
One of the most popular players in the world the moment he entered this league, Wembanyama continues to grow his fan base.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama.
And the big fella with the skill level, showing a soft touch at the line.
Fox with the ball. Outside Maxey. Adebayo sets a screen. And the 3 off target. New York trailing. Outside Payne. Wembanyama, screen on Fox. To the middle. Tipped away. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Here's Maxey. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. The Knicks with the rebound. Wembanyama finds Payne. Robinson on the wing. Pass to Wembanyama. Over Maxey. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And Mitchell Robinson picks up the foul. That's his first foul. The home team calls timeout.
Yeah, there's something wrong with him right now. Have to use that timeout and get him some medical attention.
Both teams will make substitutions. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Outside Booker. Clock is at 3. Shoots over Bridges. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. And here's New York now. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Robinson. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. Brunson is checked in for New York. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Shooting for the Knicks, Mitchell Robinson. At the line for one.
The one challenge Mitchell Robinson has had through the early portion of his career is a little bit of foul trouble. Nice to see him get to the line for a little bit of payback. One thing we know about him, he's got to stay on the floor to be effective.
SGA takes it himself to win the cold spell. And it's good on the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 points.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
And the foul on Anthony Davis. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Well, that's 2 fouls on him early. He'll have to be careful not to pick up another one.
Adebayo's checked in for Anthony Davis. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Achua's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Here's Bridges. Screen by Robinson. 4 on the clock. Bridges down low. Booker defending. Bridges misses. And so Hero will bring it up for the Wildcats. To the inside. And Adebayo, the bucket on the assist by Hero.
And with a strong physical profile, Adebayo is willing to battle always on the interior.
Bridges misses. Got 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Brunson. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got 4 rebounds now. Anunoby against Hero from 12 feet. Out to Bridges. 3-pointer. They get the rebound. Robinson. And at last, they get one to fall. Robinson's got 5 points now this quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Adebayo. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
You have to love the style Bam brings with him to the floor. He's such a spirited player, and you can see his teammates enjoy it as well.
Taking 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Towns, he's checked in for Randall. Wembanyama's checked in for New York. Hart comes in for Achua. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Pass to Anunoby. Now here's Wembanyama. Here's Brunson. Launches it from deep. Karl-Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
And here's Brunson. Hart with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Knicks out in front, up by 1. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Thanks so much. I'm here with Coach Tom Thibodeau. And Tom, what's it going to take down the stretch to win this ball game?
I think just tough defense, take good shots, not turn the ball over, play smart.
Back to the basics. Thanks, Coach.
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
I like what they're doing. Playing with physicality, they've worked hard to gain the edge in areas like rebounding.
Yeah, that's the difference in the game.
They were able to hold serve in game 1. Thanks for tuning in.
And welcome back to the Eastern Conference Finals presented by 2K Sports. You have to like what we're seeing from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And if he felt any pressure coming into this game, he sure hasn't shown it. What a sensational start.
Boy, he has been locked in, all about business, just going out there and doing what he does best.
They've got Devin Booker. Anthony Davis is out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Towns in at the center spot. And for New York, OG Anunoby out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Brunson in at the 1 spot.
Take a break, take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes a first.
Quite simply, AD is one of the most impactful players in the league. Can take over a game on both ends.
And so he hits both. Here's Brunson. Bridges, left side. Back to Brunson. Fantastic work down low from the crafty Brunson.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
And what a wild one this has been.
8 lead changes, some big plays, and some big mistakes too.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. New York trailing. Now here's Brunson. He's got 5 over Gilgeous-Alexander. Brunson with the buckets. Brunson's got 7 points in the game.
Boy, that's quality defense. Jalen Brunson just keeps his composure and focus.
Booker against Bridges. Booker can't get it to go.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Bridges passes to Brunson. And Anunoby for 3. And Mitchell Robinson picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3. Terrific play calling. Everything clicking out of the gates here.
Right around a minute and a half played in the 3rd quarter. And he lobs it up top. Robinson with a steal. Bridges down low. Booker defending. Offensive rebound. Here's Hart. Right wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Brunson. Davis with a rebound. And here's Davis. He'll bring it up for the Wildcats. 4-point game. Booker can't get it to go.
Good contest. Can't let him have open shots from mid-range.
And there's the call on Devin Booker.
Devin Booker.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
It's Hart on the wing. Checked by Davis. Hart with a screen on Booker. 6 to shoot. From behind the arc. And they recover it. Outside Brunson. 4 seconds left. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to go on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Despite his size, Jalen Brunson loves to operate in the painted area.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here. That one's off.
Well, because Jalen Brunson is such a terrific decision maker, you can tell how confident and comfortable this team is when he runs the offense.
Murray's checked in for Hero. McBride, he's checked in for New York. And he sinks the second.
Boy, the maturation of Brunson is really special. This guy, phenomenal as scorer and facilitator.
Outside Davis. Outside Booker. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Booker's got 7 points in the game.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Pass to McBride.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Up top Bridges. Booker defending. Clock at 6. Right side McBride. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Left side Murray. Pass to Towns. For the tie. Uses the glass that time. It's good. Towns has got his 2nd basket of the game.
Karl Anthony Towns will mix his spots as a scorer. That time doing work inside.
During the playoffs, the NBA leaders in shooting from the floor. The 4th spot held by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Since we started the playoffs, he's been totally locked in offensively, taking and making some good looks.
Outside McBride. Outside Hart. From deep. Towns with a rebound. Gone 3 of 5 from the field in this 3rd quarter. And Davis gets double teamed. Murray for 3. Buries it from 3. Murray's got his first 3 points of the game.
The confidence on full display. Murray recognizes ahead of time when to shoot off the catch.
Robinson finds Hart. Looking to end the run. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. He's off on the first.
Now the intensity, the toughness, the absolute ability to play bigger than your size. That is Josh Hart.
Achua's checked in for Bridges. Gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this 3rd quarter. Here's Randall. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Precious Achua picks one up.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night now.
Guys, what you love about Julius Randle is the well-rounded nature of his game. Because he works so hard on his shooting ability, it makes his dribble drive that much more dangerous.
Booker, he's checked in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Bridges, he's checked in for New York. Payne comes in for Brunson. 35 seconds left in the 3rd. Down low. Here's Achua. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. Achua's got his first points in this one.
You have to know how to screen and then when to release. Achua, excellent execution.
3-pointer. Fox fires in the triple.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Booker against Bridges. Three-pointer. Sinks it from distance. Bridges has got his third basket on the night right there.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the off.
3 quarters of play and a close one here. They lead by 3. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter started. And we take a listen in now.
Right back, man. Let's go score, stop, score.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. They've got De'Aaron Fox. Tyler Hero is out there with Julius Randle. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Adebayo in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the...
Yeah, I'm just going to say we don't need that from Bam in that situation. Tyler, don't force it. Kick it out. There you go. Booker, shoot it. There we go. It's best out of 7, Skylar. So they got to win 2 more after this. It's going to be tough to sweep this team, though. They need this, and they got it. Twice now the Knicks have needed a 3 to, avoid Kentucky creating some more separation. Not enough time left. They made both of them, and now Tyler Hero trying to force one there, and the Knicks going the other way. McBride kicks it out. Back to McBride. That's a moving screen. No call. All right. And goes out of bounds. So, ball don't lie. Kentucky's going to take a timeout, talk some things over, maybe get some new guys into the game. Haven't been able to get that key stop with a 2-possession lead. Kentucky up by 2 at the moment. Out over to Towns. Towns drives, puts it up this left. It is no good, but a foul. He'll go to the free throw line. And the first one is good. Nothing but net. I wish NBA 2K can just figure out their net physics. Like, they look fine there, but we know, like, it just doesn't look right. You know? No one's been able to really figure out how to make a good net. EA Sports couldn't do it. 2K couldn't do it. You know, NBA Street was like the closest we had. Karl Towns whistled for a foul and chance for New York to get those 2 points right back with Wemby at the free throw line. The first one is good. Second one, no good. Rebound Davis. New York's left a lot of points at the line here in the second half. I think they could have the lead if they made all their free throws. Tyler Hero with the ball at the top of the key. Drives to his left. Flips it up off the glass. Pretty move from number 14. He's a bucket. Kentucky leads by 5. Get a stop here. Get a stop and a basket. And you start to feel good about it. Bridges with the ball at top of the key. Stay up. Knocked loose. Bridges gets it back. Kicks it out. Top of the key. 3. No good. I was going to say, they hit another 3 just when you start to pull away. Tyler Hero with the basketball on the left wing. Gets it to Anthony Davis just inside the 3-point line at the top of the key. Back out to Hero. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Hero crosses over. Gets into the paint. Pass the ball. Davis, a long 2. No good. Rebound, Jalen Brunson. 2:13 to play. A lot of time left. Kentucky by 5, though. Brunson tries to drive with his right. Between the legs to the left. Now gets it to Wemby. Guarded by Towns. Wemby drives right to the baseline. Now back to his left. Wemby in trouble. Pump fakes. Puts it up. It's good. That's a tough move. Got Karl Towns off his feet there and able to finish with the left. It's back to a 3-point game. SGA crossover move on Brunson. Drives. Flips it up off the glass. That's an MVP move there from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Cats are back up by 5, under 2 to play. Brunson kicks it out. Gosh, if I can learn how to say this guy's last name. I'm working on it. Under 10 to play. Under 10 on the shot clock, excuse me. Brunson, spin move in the lane, flips it up. No good. What a rebound by Shea. He was out of bounds, no call. SGA brings it up the floor, minute 25. Gets by Wemby, flips it up with the right hand, no good. Wemby was there contesting, made him alter his shot. The Knicks the other way. They need a basket here. Brunson drives with his left, pull up, 13-footer, good. And it's a 3-point game. Thanks, Sixer. I appreciate that. Approaching the 1-minute mark in the fourth quarter. Cats lead by 3. SGA drives with his left. Guys tries to flip it up. It's blocked by Wemby. Brunson going the other way. Jalen drives all the way to the basket. Flips it up. No good. Knicks get their own rebound. Kicked out to the corner. Goes back to Brunson on the right wing. He drives again on Hero. Flips it up off the glass. No good. Tyler Hero the rebound. And he gets it to Booker, who drives left. Pump fakes. Gets it to Shea. You don't need to rush anything here. Shea drives in and floats it up with his left. Kentucky's up by 5. Timeout, New York Knicks. 31 ticks on the clock. Kentucky closing in on a 25-0 start. Let's get this graphic made. I'm feeling confident. You guys feeling confident? We're going to make the graphic. I said this Knicks team is going to be very difficult to sweep. Both of these games have been close. Felt like they can go either way, but man, Kentucky just has a way of wearing you down. And again, I couldn't even fit all the Kentucky. What in the world was that? So the Knicks choose to take their final timeout right after taking their second to last timeout. Make it make sense, America. I don't understand the thought process here. So the Knicks have no more timeouts. Brunson drives, pull up, 12-footer rattles in. I have a feeling that timeout, that burning that TO might come back to burn them. They can no longer advance the ball. And it's probably a smart decision here to foul. There wasn't much of a differential between shot clock and game clock. They do have another one. They was the last one to give. The next one will put Kentucky into the bonus. Shea goes and gets the ball, quickly gives it up because he's a 98% free throw shooter, and he would hate to have to end the game. So it goes to Booker, but also a good free throw shooter. First one's up, on the way. It's good. Kentucky by 4. That's the big one. 2-possession lead. Still a lot of time left, although New York has no timeouts because they took 2 back-to-back for seemingly no reason other than to hurt themselves. Jalen Brunson rushing it up the floor, gets to the block, pump fakes. Tough shot, no good. Rebound SGA. They gets it to Booker. Booker's fouled. He'll go to the line, and Kentucky's going to improve to 25-0. And they'll take the series lead. Oh, Tyler Hero, at the free throw line. He makes the first one. CATS, 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 Cats. I love it, Matt. Kentucky by 7. Just a formality now. Long 3 from Hart. No good. Do not foul. Why would you do this to me? So Kentucky will go to the free throw. Shea will go to the free throw line here for 2 more. And another game where the final score will not indicate how close it really was. Brunson almost threw it in one-handed from about 90 feet. Kentucky is 25-0. They are one more game closer to perfection, 31-0. And they're also now just 2 games away from winning the Eastern Conference Championship and advancing to the NBA Finals. We'll get you to Game 3. Shea, man, kind of a repeat performance here. Man, Kentucky, this is the most Calipari thing I've ever seen. They were 3 for 3 from 3. Oh, 3 for 4. My bad. Who missed the one? Maxi's coming off injury. This is only his second game back from an injury, so he's not playing a whole lot right now. He did get the starting spot, and that was thanks to Kentucky 22, who suggested we start Tyrese Maxey instead of Jamal Murray. He said Murray hasn't been doing anything. Does anybody in the chat have a suggestion as to who should start? I'll switch it up if you think. That's the one thing I can do. I'm not controlling any of these games, but the one thing I can do is set Kentucky's starting lineup as we get set to go to New York City, a place where I've been to, twice to Madison Square Garden to see Kentucky play a basketball game. They lost both. So, all right, any suggestions? Going once, twice, and that's the starting lineup. All right. SGA, Devin Booker, Tyler Hero. You're right, Skylar. It's not about who starts. It's about who finishes. Absolutely. Anthony Davis, Karl Anthony Towns. And let's get to Madison Square Garden.
Conference Finals. The Wildcats come into Game 3 up 2-0 with their relentless desire thrust them to a third straight victory. The scenery changes to hostile ground as they face off against the New York Knicks. The Eastern Conference Finals continue.
Eastern Conference Finals action. Boy, in a 2-0 series thus far. Who will take Game 3? We're going to find out here. Live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA playoffs. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. Now the starting group for the visitors. Towns is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Tyler Hero, and it's Booker in at the 2 spot. And for the Knicks, we've got Mikal Bridges. OG Anunoby is out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Wembanyama, and it's Brunson in at the 1. Taking a look at New York. Down 2-0, they got to win tonight to get some traction in the series.
And if they lose this one, you can forget about advancing. Then it's more likely you're trying to avoid a sweep. So tonight's all or nothing.
New York, after the miss from Karl Anthony Towns. Pass to Anunoby. Gilgeous-Alexander against Hart. 4 on the shot clock. Puts it up. And it's Brunson missing. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Wildcats. Booker the pass to Hero. Rebounded by Hart.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play. Wrong result.
And stolen by Booker. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. No good from outside. New York with the ball. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I did have a chance to catch up with Tom Thibodeau. Now, I brought up Devin Booker's name, and he winced a little. He said, "Can I tell you something? I'm worried about Booker. We're ready to double up on him and fight the good fight, but if he gets hot, we're in trouble." So, I guess it's hope for the best and prepare for the worst, guys.
All right, David, thanks. Here's Davis. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
What a great effort that time by Davis. Just never gave up on him. Worked through tough defense and still found a way to get it up and down.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Robinson's checked in for Victor Wembanyama.
At his best, Davis is an MVP caliber player. One of the true franchise guys in the league.
Brunson the pass to Robinson. Robinson a screen on Hero. Back to Robinson. And it's Robinson with the jam.
A nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders. You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
So they take the lead.
Just a reflexive move by Brunson, putting complete trust in his mechanics.
The Wildcats call time here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Miles McBride's checked in for New York. Now here's Towns. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Booker. To the inside. Towns. Robinson with the block. And he's able to get it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. New York's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Brunson against Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Brunson, a very physical player, someone that understands how to bait defenders into fouls.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. De'Aaron Fox is checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Murray outside. Kicks it out to Booker. Bridges with the steal. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
One tough customer. Bridges fighting for the basket in close.
Pass to Towns. Another miss by Towns.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, he has to connect from there.
With a screen on Fox. And here's Brunson outside. It's rebounded by Jamal Murray.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Here's Booker. Robinson with the block. Here's McBride. He's covered by Murray. Pass to Brunson. Now McBride. And Brunson has it in the corner. From the wing, and again it's New York.
And you can tell Brunson has been well coached. He knows just when to call for that pick and roll.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And the Wildcats call time here. Achua, he's checked in for New York. Kane comes in for Jalen Brunson. Murray, the pass to Booker. They need this. And it's Murray. That time an assist by Booker.
Boy, the defense has to respect Murray's range. I mean, there's a reason he's a volume three-point shooter.
Now here's Payne. Guarded by Fox. And it's denied by Fox. McBride with the ball. Murray on him. 5 on the clock. Achua kicks to Payne. Takes the 3. They grab their own miss. Back to Achua. Over Davis. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Knicks lead by 3. And will return. And we're back with you, all set to bring you more action from Game 3. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for New York.
I love the defensive concentration so far in this one. They're getting out on shooters and really doing a great job of disrupting the rhythm.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
Achua is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then there's Miles McBride. Then there's Cameron Payne. And it's Robinson in at the center, locking down the middle. They're the group New York will start the second with. Maxey's checked in for P.J. Washington. Davis finds Murray. Here's Fox. It's rebounded by New York. They need to bounce back from Wednesday's loss.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
Here's McBride. He can't get that one to fall. Great tee that time from Davis. Outside, Fox. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. The score now all even. Maxey's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Wildcats. On the wing, Bridges. He's covered by Murray. They get it again. Robinson kicks to Payne. Fox with the steal. Drives to the hoop. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Fox never afraid to take it right at the defense on the drive. Excellent display of speed there.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. A different look for New York. Victor Wembanyama comes in for Achua. And OG Anunoby subbed in for Payne. And then for the Wildcats, Tyler Hero. He's checked in for Murray. And it's Devin Booker in for Maxey. Wembanyama passes to McBride. For 3, Bridges does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Anunoby against Hero. Fires the 3. The Knicks pull it in. Robinson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Anunoby. Back to McBride. Wembanyama, a screen. And McBride gets it to go. McBride's got it all tied up now for the Knicks.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Booker looking around. Shoots over Bridges. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And the Wildcats lead by 2. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for New York. Bridges outside. Misses the 3. The Wildcats have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Pass to Booker. Strong finish inside from Booker.
It's almost effortless for Booker this close in. He just drops the ball in the bucket. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Wembanyama, a screen on Hero. It's stolen by Davis. On the wing, Booker, defended by Bridges. Here's Hero. And it's good off the back rim and in. And now a 6-point Wildcat lead. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Wildcats.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
I also like the fact that they've been able to block quite a few shots so far. A testament to hard work and good positioning on the defensive end.
And the Wildcats call time here. For the Knicks, Josh Hart, he's checked in for Robinson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Miles McBride. And then for the Wildcats, Towns comes in for Bam Adebayo. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Fox.
So they've got to be careful. A big key to beating them is keeping Booker off the line as much as possible.
It's his first trip to the line.
Devin Booker at the line. 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Booker. 56 seconds left to play here in the half. Pass to Hart. Back to Brunson. Booker against Bridges. Here's Brunson. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Here's Wembanyama. He's guarded by Davis. Wembanyama sets a screen for Brunson. sinks the three-pointer. Brunson's got 10 points in the game.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up. Yeah, the defender all over it.
He got it good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
At the line, 2 shots.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Wildcats up 4. Gonna step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready.
For as bad as they've been inside, I can't believe it's this close. I hope coach is letting them know. No points in the paint. No.
And looking at where the Knicks stand in this series. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
Welcome back to playoff basketball on 2K Sports. This is the Eastern Conference Final. One guy who's been getting it done is Jalen Brunson.
And with all the pressure he must have felt coming into this one, it didn't faze him one bit. Fantastic start.
Yeah, you know, I think he relishes the pressure, especially in a big game like this one. He really eats that stuff up.
Knicks trail by 4. So on the floor for the Wildcats, we've got Tyler Hero. Devin Booker out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's Davis. And it's Towns in at the center position.
A generational talent. The Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
The Knicks shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And he makes both free throws.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
On the wing, Booker. Outside, Hero. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Hero's got his second basket of the night.
And look at how confident Hero is from range. He'll take that shot whenever possible.
There's a peek at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the top rebounders in this year's playoffs. Victor Wembanyama, number 1. Second, Karl Anthony Towns.
Those two have been really aggressive in the paint so far this postseason. They've provided the kind of rebounding you need in this atmosphere.
The first free throw is good.
And one area where Brunson's improved is in the clutch. He's a monster in crunch time. Nice to have a player you can depend on in those key situations.
Pass to Davis. With 3, Booker. And Mikal Bridges pulls it down. Fires for 3. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Wildcats. 4-point game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the layup's good off the glass.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust.
On the screen, and you select your best move. Let's hear it for you.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Brunson. Wembanyama outside. Just 5 on the clock. That one, no good. Towns with the defensive effort. Booker dishes to Davis. Gilgeous-Alexander against Brunson. Hero passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. With the drive. And it's blocked by Brunson. And it's out of bounds to the Wildcats. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Bridges with some nice defense. Knicks trail by 6. Now Brunson. He's got 11. Wembanyama, no good.
Starting slow in this half. 0 for 3 so far.
Pass to Davis. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Brunson, no good. Gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Bridges against Booker. Ball's not loose. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Wembanyama against Towns. Wembanyama passes to Anunoby. Shoots. Bridges misses.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Down low, here's Booker. Whoa! Booker playing big inside.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
The Knicks making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. Knicks trail by 8. Bridges outside. Back to Brunson. 1:19 left in the third quarter of the game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That is his first foul of the game. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
Well, they didn't make it this far by giving up easy ones. And now their defense is in overdrive.
New York, no good that time either.
And another miss. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Hart. No scoring in this one. Back to Brunson. Shot clock at 6. A special move before the shot.
This is the player that Brunson has become. He's capable of carrying the load offensively on any given night.
Jalen Brunson.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at the line. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, good rebounder, just an all-around terrific basketball player.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Achua, he's checked in for Wembanyama. Miles McBride comes in for Josh Hart. And it's Payne in for Jalen Brunson. And then for the Wildcats, Bam Adebayo comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Fox in for Devin Booker. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. McBride's got 5 now. Fox looking it over. Lets the 3 fly. Doesn't go that time. The third quarter comes to a close. Wildcats lead by 8. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's Payne at the 1 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
Hard not to respect how good Fox is in the pick and roll. Excellent at making the pocket pass.
Here's Wembanyama. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, getting everything he possibly could out of that play.
The Knicks making a switch here. Achua's checked in.
Considered by many to be the best prospect since LeBron James, Wembanyama seems determined to reach his full potential.
For 3, Booker, and no good that time. And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for New York. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
All right. Yeah, Matt, they're tough. Here's another trivia question. The 2014-15 team actually lost 2 games that year. Who was their second loss to? I'll give you a hint. It was their first loss, not their second loss. And they won 38 games in between those 2 losses. It's pretty good. The Knicks have cut a 10-point lead to 5. 3:30 to play. Kentucky trying to get to 26-0. And De'Aaron Fox is going to help that happen with a 3 in the corner. Kentucky up 8. Timeout, New York. Kentucky can hold on here. They'll have a 3-0 lead over the Knicks. 1 win away from the NBA Finals. Whereas of right now, it looks like they're going to be playing the Golden State Warriors, who are up 2-0 over the Suns. Hart for a 3, no good. SGA the rebound. He's pushing the tempo. Cats up 8 here in the 4th. They get it down low to Davis, who misses the hook shot. It's a little too early in the shot clock for me, this point in the game. Brunson drives, puts it up over Towns, no good. Towns the rebound. Hero pushing the tempo, gets it down to Booker. Booker, ball fake, flips it up, rolls off. Rebound Brunson. That's 2 quick shots for Kentucky. Think you want to, run some clock here. Instead, Brunson gets to the basket and lays it in. It's now a 6-point game. Booker taking another tough shot and missing again. That's 3 really dumb shots. Brunson from the free throw line. It's good. It's a 4-point game. Kentucky was, I believe they were trailing 11-3 to start this game. Then they got the lead all the way up to 10. Now it's back to 4. Shea, spin move. When in doubt, go to SGA. Knicks probably need a 3 here to stay in it. Let me get do I have the graphic ready? No, I don't. Kentucky trying to go to 26-0. We'll have game 4 in just a moment. And then if all goes well, as it looks like it might, we will have the NBA Finals tomorrow. Another miss by Brunson. Davis the rebound. Three, Booker. Oh, that would have definitely ended it. The Knicks still with some slight hope. Oh, what a pass down to Hart and they get it to Brunson. We got a foul on Shea. I don't know what he did. But it's on the floor, and they're not in the bonus. Shot clock resets to 15. That's pretty much the only negative for Kentucky there. Brunson drives high off the glass. He does score. It's a 6-point game. Plenty of time left. If the Knicks can get a stop and get a 3, they may have a chance. Kentucky had 3 points with about a minute to go in the first quarter. They have yet to trail by double digits, Kentucky, but they got down by 8 back in that first quarter. Booker pulls up, short jumper, no good. Rebound, Hart. That was another quick shot from Kentucky, allowing the Knicks to stay in this one. If they get a 3 here, Wembanyama off the glass and in. That's a quick 2, and they'll pick up full court, 44-40. Towns runs the baseline, gets it to Shea. Booker is found with a good pass from SGA, and Booker will be fouled, and I guess that's puts Kentucky in the bonus. They'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Does anybody think that the NBA should have like the 1-and-1, or is everyone cool with it being just going straight to 2 shots? Or should college go to 2 shots? Because the 1-and-1 kind of keeps the game just going. It becomes a mini game. But now most of the time, teams are typically in the double bonus within a foul or 2 by that point in the game. 27.7 seconds to play. The Knicks desperately needing a bucket, probably needing a 3. Wembanyama, though, drives in, kicks it out to Bridges. Bridges guarded by Booker. They're going to have to go. They get it down to Brunson. This is really, I mean, why? Just let him have the 2. Brunson draws another foul on SGA. That's his 3rd foul. And Brunson misses the not the front of the bonus, misses the first free throw, though. Second free throw, good. Kentucky by 5. I agree with this. Yeah, and the other reason you want to go to quarters is because then, for some reason, you can't raise the bonus. Like, just you could make it 8, I guess, but it would basically be 5 for each quarter. So it would reset, which then the games don't have to last as long because you don't. I mean, and it's not just that. It's not the length of the game. It's the pace of play. Like, there have been games in the last few years that have just been impossible to watch because you're just watching the other team shoot free throws. Like, somebody will go for a rebound, it's over the back, but they're in the bonus, so now they're shooting 2. And it's like, man, that's not what we want to watch. That's not what basketball is. So I would love it if they would go to quarters specifically for that. Yeah, the ABA, I think, would they have the 3 to make 2 or something like that? Knicks need a miracle. 8 seconds. They got to hustle. Hart shoots a deep 3. No good. Rebound Booker. And that's going to do it. Kentucky is 26-0. They are up 3-0 in the Eastern Conference Finals. We'll have Game 4 coming up right now. And that one, actually, Kentucky got behind 11-3. And it looked like, well, dang, maybe playing this team on the road is going to make a huge difference. This ended up being the easiest of the 3 games so far, the 4 games so far against the Knicks. We'll see if Phoenix can make that series any more interesting. They have not. So it's definitely going to be Golden State. Oh, we got to switch up and change up the lineup here for Big Blue Flava Flav, who says we need to put in Jamal Murray. So we're going to do that. Put him in for Tyler Harrow. And here we go. Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Kentucky's going to go to the finals. No one's coming back from down 3-0, especially in like these simulations. I just don't think that could happen. But where there's drama for this game is, can they continue the undefeated run? Because the first 2 games of this series could have gone either way. And then in Game 3, Kentucky was down 11-3. flipped the script, actually took a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter, and then made enough free throws down the stretch. So let's see what Game 4 has in store for us here. Maybe the final game of the day. If Kentucky loses, we'll see if we have time to do one more game. But here's the thing. They're not going to lose. The Big Blue Flavor, I don't want to be responsible. Hey, here's the thing. I was starting Murray the whole time. And they won every game that he started. They've won every game that Maxey started. They won every game Hero started and every game that Murray started. And who else? Malik Monk is on this team too, by the way. He got hurt, and then he hasn't, even though he's been back, he hasn't been playing. But Malik Monk played a lot of games early. But they won all the games he started as well. All right, we're going to pull up the NBA 2K commentary crew. It's happening, ain't it? Shea Bucket. All right, switch it over. I'm going to switch it over to them for just a minute, and I will be back here in just a second. I'll be in the chat with you guys, though.
Now Brunson. Bridges outside. Outside Hart. Wembanyama screen. Shot's good by Hart.
Want to score in the NBA? Knicks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Booker finds Towns. To the middle. Here's Murray. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, nice play by Murray. A big guard who is unafraid to mix it up inside.
Pass to Bridges. From the left block. Good. He hits the jumper.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I had a chance to catch up with Tom Thibodeau. As you can imagine, the team spent much of their practice preparing for Devin Booker. Coach said there's no great way to defend him. He can beat you at the rim, from mid-range, well beyond the arc as well. And on top of all that, he creates for others. Brian?
And Allie, thanks. Pass to Brunson. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Brunson missing. Gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Murray passes to Booker. And here's Murray. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Murray's got 5 points.
Yeah, that's Murray unleashing that smooth outside jump.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And some changes here for New York. Mitchell Robinson comes in for Anunoby, and it's McBride in for Bridges. And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of it.
And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go on the assist by Hero.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Here's Brunson. Good work there as it goes.
Making a statement here early, going right to the rack. I love it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, you want to be aggressive and get the other guys on their heels.
Towns outside. The three. The Knicks with the rebound. McBride passes to Brunson. Out to the right wing. Outside McBride. Fires from deep. Knocks down the long J.
And with this kind of vision, we could see the assist numbers go sky high for Wembanyama.
Towns a screen on Brunson. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to go on Mitchell Robinson. This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. That free throw good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, what's special about Gilgeous-Alexander is how shifty he is, which also makes it so tough on defenses.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Outside Achua. McBride with it. He's against Murray. McBride passes to Payne. Just 5 to shoot. Fires, top of the key. First shot won't go. Gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. A nice shot by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Here's Bridges. Wing shot on the way. Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. Up 6. And we've got more action coming. And we welcome you back to Game 4, folks. Thanks for joining us. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, it's simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
We've got Achua. Miles McBride is out there with Cameron Payne. Then it's Mikal Bridges, and it's Robinson in at the 5. That's the group for New York starting the second.
Matt, I appreciate the dedication to this. And Kentucky Boy 22 is back in the chat too. He's been here since the beginning. Same with everybody in the chat has been following this about as closely as I have. That's pretty cool. Matt, do you not remember the COVID years? You should go watch it. They did a whole Reddit did the whole tournament, and then they did a what's that one shiny moment, like in everything got edited. I mean, it was so cool. Cameron Payne, Murray State racer. Yeah, these are the chat all-stars from a lot of our shows. There you go. So don't let the Murray State racer beat you. Kentucky is 26-0, going for 27-0. If they win their next 5 games, they will. Oh, Hero 3, left corner or left wing. Dang, that looked good. If they win, they basically are 5 games away from finishing 31-0. That foul on De'Aaron Fox. Timeout, Knicks. You know, everybody calls timeouts when they get fouled and go to the free throw line. I don't understand this. So Kentucky jumped out to an early 11-5 lead, but the Knicks have it down to 2:40 to play. Oh, good take to the basket there from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the MVP. Does it say he has 14 points already tonight? That's crazy. Wemby for 3, no good. Long rebound to Booker. Shai for 3, yes! He is on fire. That graphic down there said he had 14 points. I've been paying attention. That can't be right. Can it? So that would mean he has 17 of 24 right now. I agree. Fox did not get enough credit. But we all do talk about, when we talk about that team, we talk about how he just absolutely owned ball in the Sweet 16 versus UCLA. But yeah, he was very good. He's the last elite point guard that Kentucky had. I mean, Ashton was fine, but Kentucky was point guard U for a while, and then after that, SGA? Sorry, I guess that's he's pretty elite also. That would have been in the year after Fox, but yeah, that was it. And we went a couple years with Ashton, went a couple years with, or we had who was the point guard? What was his name? He transferred, been on to Texas. Help me out. That's a big three from Wemby to cut the lead down to 6. Help me out in the chat, guys. I feel bad for not the 2020-21 point guard. Devin Askew. That's right. Then you go 2 years Severe Wheeler, and then you go DJ Wagner. So yeah, I mean, he was tough. Was Terrence Clark running point? That's was that really was Devin Askew the guy always? I know Clark was a guard, but I don't think he was a point guard. Anyway. So yeah, we haven't really had. I mean, and Lamont Butler was fantastic, but he's not elite. He was great. I mean, if he'd have kept those numbers like he did from the Louisville game where he went 10 for 10 and scored 33 points, that is elite. He was very, very good. He's probably, is Lamont Butler, here's a good question. Is Lamont Butler the best point guard that Kentucky had since SGA? Let me know what you guys think. And look, Peanut Butter Posse's here too. This is really the all-star chat. We have Big Blue Flava Flav in here at one point. Hopefully he's still in here. Maybe not though. We are headed to halftime. Kentucky leads 28-22. 10 minutes away. Wallace was better. I agree. You're right. He ended up being the point guard. Is he the best day one starting point guard? Since De'Aaron Fox, because SGA was not. He did play point, Matt. Severe Wheeler got hurt or something like that. And then Wallace took over the point. But that was what we all wanted, Wallace at the point too. And we only got it because Severe got hurt. What a weird situation that all was. And then he was supposed to be back. They did the whole thing where he was going to be back for the NCAA tournament. And then, nope, never mind. I guess that was just to try to get the other team to scout for him too. Yeah, you can't. I was doing the same thing, Matt. That was kind of bullshit. I'm not that. They actually could have used him in that Kansas State game. I actually think he would have really helped them. I'm sure he will look back on that and regret that as he gets older. Sometimes, you don't think, you're just kind of caught in the moment in your 21-year-old, and you're just not. But I feel like he's gonna look back and think, why didn't I just play? Because, I mean, we all kind of liked Severe that first year. Until the St. Peter's game, he didn't play so well. And then he kept running into screens at 100 miles an hour. This game's close, back down to 2. Yeah, that's a good take. He said I'd take Butler over all of them in college, but he's not the best. Yeah, and we never got to see Butler full season healthy at Kentucky. I mean, one of the last games he played healthy was who they played right before Texas A&M, because they beat somebody pretty good. Mississippi State, I think it was. And then from the rest of the season, his shoulder was all kinds of messed up. And if you remember, he got hurt in the Clemson game. So he was hurt that early. And that dude toughed it out. Jack Pilgrim had some good conversations with Lamont's dad. And just how badly Lamont hated sitting out. And how much he, what he would give. And he played on a shoulder he shouldn't have been. I mean, not to say he shouldn't have been playing on. Obviously, he got cleared by the staff, but it was not a. I mean, and you saw the difference. And they took that extra sleeve off of him for the Illinois game. It was the first time that he was playing without that since before the Vanderbilt game. There's a 3 from SGA. The lead is 7. Kentucky's largest. No. Yeah, that's their largest lead of the game. Yeah, in the NBA, they're like a guy. He wouldn't hurt you, but you can find those. They're like a dime a dozen, right? I mean, undersized, steady, doesn't really turn the ball over. Can hit a shot if he's left open, but yeah, he definitely an effective, like a Wayne Turner kind of guy. There's a 3 left wing. Who's that? Booker, and the lead is double digits. Kentucky's on an 8-0 run. Yeah, when he got hurt, Holly, in the Tennessee game, I thought we were done. I thought we were toast. And Travis Perry, credit to him. He made some big plays. Trent Noah, Kobe Brea to Otega Owe. Alley-oop was huge. Who would you rather have as a point guard? Wayne Turner or Lamont Butler? Meanwhile, Kentucky is taking a timeout here with just under a minute to play in the third quarter. Unnecessary timeout unless they're getting in a sub or something. But they are well on their way. I mean, there's plenty of time left. There's basically 6 minutes left. And we're going to have a moving screen. So coming out of a timeout, just for Bam Adebayo to be whistled for a moving screen. We called him Wayne Turner Mint because, all of those trophies he won. Shea, the fall-away jumper. 40-32. Kentucky. See, they played it right there. They can get a 2-for-1. Brunson with the ball on the block. What is he going to do? What's he going to do? What are you going to do? You going to drive on Shea? 4 seconds. 3, 2. He's got to put something up. Brunson, tough shot, no good. Rebound, Randall. 5 seconds to play. Randall dumps it ahead to Adebayo. Out to Murray. 3, no good. Tip dunk by Bam at the buzzer. It will count. There you go, Bam, making up for the Offensive foul right just about a minute ago. Kentucky leads by 10 as we go to the fourth quarter. 5 minutes away from an Eastern Conference championship. Was it Wayne Turner who drove to the basket that led to it was basically, I think it was the tip out to was it Mills? No, that was off a missed three. How did Scott Padgett get the ball? I felt like it was something like that. Or maybe it was Allen Edwards in the Duke game is what I'm talking about also. Hero drives to the basket and lays it in. 1998. Is that still the last time Kentucky and Duke have met in the NCAA tournament? It's got to be, right? And they have been lined up to play each other so many times, and it just doesn't happen. 2005, Duke loses to Michigan State, so Kentucky plays Michigan State in the Elite Eight. That ball swatted out of bounds. Kentucky losing in 2000, or losing to West Virginia. Is that who played them? Well, yeah, Sean Woods. Yeah, 92. But there was a play where like either Wayne Turner or Allen Edwards took a shot and it got tipped out. They missed the shot. It got tipped out, I thought, to Padgett. And he hit the three from the top of the key. Which was the three that gave Kentucky the lead, 84-81. Cameron Mills, I talked with Cameron about it one time, and he said, like, I love that it's, my shot is remembered the way it's remembered, but Padgett's was the game-winning three. But I told him that, like, well, when you hit your shot, that's when everyone believed, because you're battling back. It's a 17-point deficit. You just kind of chip away. But if you don't get over the top, it just feels like, oh, maybe it's not going to happen. But when you hit that shot, you're like, oh, we're winning. And it's late. Let's just go win the game now. So and Padgett hit a big three the next year versus, I want to say, Kansas, to force overtime. Wemby just trying to keep the Knicks in it. Kentucky calls timeout, trying to just settle themselves down. They only lead by 12 with 3 minutes to go. Another sweep. This one of the Knicks is, what's that? What UK player would you want taking the last shot with the game on the line? A lot of people are going to say Aaron Harrison, which I get. But you need a shot. You need a bucket getter. I think I might go Brandon Knight because he's a little bit more versatile. Like, I trust Brandon Knight shooting a pull-up. I trust him shooting a deep three. I trust him getting to the basket. I think he provides all three for you. The ball handling, the explosiveness, and he's clutch. So I would take Brandon Knight. But John Wall had that kind of, I don't know, like just the give me the ball, I'll make it kind of attitude. Oh, Murray wide open, got to bang that home, and he does. 53-38 Cats. It's a rout. They saved the biggest blowout of the series for last. They're 4 games away. They're likely going to play the Golden State Warriors. Patrick Sparks, I mean, he just got if you get him open, yeah. I mean, making those 3 free throws against Louisville was huge. Even though I wanted him to miss the last one. That was one of the more fun Kentucky-Louisville games. They had the halftime score was 32-16. And, of course, I think Sparks finished with 16, but his second half is where most of that came. And Rajon Rondo hitting Palacios in the eyes, that was a big play. Took Juan Palacios out of the game. He wore goggles the rest of his career. Kentucky Boy 22. Here's a fun. Kentucky has never at Rupp Arena hit a shot where like the ball is in the air and the buzzer's going off and it goes in. Has never happened in the history of Rupp Arena. The closest we had was Louisville. I can't remember, but it was the clock didn't used to stop. Jody Meeks is a really good answer, actually. People forget about him because of Billy G, but Junior Jody Meeks, that 3 he hit against Florida, it's kind of like Aaron Harrison's 3 to beat Michigan. It was like, how the hell did that ball even get over the rim? Yeah, no, I was gonna do a video about that, but it's just they've had chances, the ball just doesn't go in, and then they don't have as many. I guess because like they usually just win their home games. So it never really comes down to that. And the times when it does, they just don't make it. It's weird. I can't remember who had the putback against Louisville, but it was a year where the clock did not stop. So the ball goes through the net, the clock keeps going, and then the time expires because Louisville didn't get to inbound the ball. That's the closest we've had to a buzzer beater. Julius Randle's was close against LSU. The next closest would have been Rajon Rondo versus South Carolina in 2006. He hit a 3 from the wing. Kentucky was down by 1, and Rondo drives the basket. He pumps the ball to his right, like that, kind of like he's gonna fake a pass. Turns around. Rondo, terrible 3-point shooter, awful, falling down, and it goes in. And there was like 1.2 left or something like that. Murray, another 3. No, man, he's wide open too. But look at that big blue Flava Flav. Jamal Murray gets the start. Kentucky gets the win. They are 27-0 and NBA Finals bound. You know, guys, when I started this, I actually didn't think they would really go undefeated. I thought they'll lose at least 1. Well, they're 4 games away from perfection. And they've had several games that could have gone either way. The first 2 games of the series, the first 2 games of the Celtics series and the first game of the Hawks series, all of those came down to the last second, but Kentucky manages to find a way in all of them. 27-0. I wonder who they beat in 2015 to go 27-0. Matt G, if he was still here, could tell us. We will be back tomorrow. Oh, let's watch the trophy presentation. Of course, we got to watch that. So there was like 0.6 seconds, Big Blue Flava Flav, when Reed hit that. Here's what would have absolutely blown my mind. If there wasn't any time left, which originally that's what we thought, the last 2 walk-off baskets for Kentucky would have been both at Mississippi State. Eric Daniels in 2004 being the other one. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, have yourself a game. 28 points. He was 10 for 10 from the field. Who is he trying to be? Lamont Butler? We're over here talking about Lamont, and SGA's over here putting on a 10 for 10 performance. That's incredible. All right. Let's go back to the bracket. We'll see who Kentucky's going to play. I have a feeling it's going to be the Warriors. What do you all think? They are 1 game away. Again, this is pretty cool. It's pretty cool that they're undefeated because I thought they might go undefeated. And then when I titled this, Can They Go Undefeated? I was like, they might. They might go undefeated. But they probably won't. Oh, there you go. Matt G in the chat. We beat Auburn by 35 to go 27-0. Wow. Otega versus Oklahoma was very close also. There was like 0.5 seconds left in the SEC game. And then, of course, they got down the court in Oklahoma, I think, and him and Brandon like combined for the block. 110-75 versus Auburn. Matt, was that like what the second game they reached 100 points that year? All right, let's see who Kentucky is going to play. So, how about that? It is the Golden State Warriors. No surprise there. They won 4 games to nothing. Jimmy Butler was your Western Conference MVP. Shea Alexander, Eastern Conference MVP, averaging 15.5 points, 2.3 rebounds, 3 assists. And those are over, let's see, so that's a 20-minute game. How do we do that? How do we figure out the exchange rate there with a full 48 minutes? All right, so we have our matchup. Kentucky and Golden State, the 8th seed out of the West. They had to win the play-in game and stuff, right? Man, they had to beat Utah in a 1-game playoff. Then they were the 9th best team. Then they had to beat Memphis in a 1-game playoff. Then they had to upset the 1 seed. Then they had to beat the 5 seed in San Antonio. And then they had to knock out the 3 seed Phoenix Suns, which they did with no problem. Oh, Kentucky boy 20. So it's 27 points per game if you, is the word extrapolate out over 48 minutes of a game. All right. We will see you guys tomorrow for 4 games because Kentucky's going undefeated, which would be really cool. I didn't think they were going to do that. So it's really neat to be all the way this far and be 27-0. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow. The chat, all-stars in the chat today. Bring it back, run it back tomorrow afternoon. I wish I can give you a specific time, but it'll probably be noon. But again, it just depends on what else is going on. But we'll see you guys then. Go Cats.